Hello there. I'm the Star Wars Kid, and welcome to the live stream. We haven't done one of these in a while. It is good to be back. So, you guys might know me as the Star Wars Kid, or you may know me as the Cobra Kai Kid because I have a Cobra Kai YouTube channel as well. So, whoops. So wherever you know me, thank you for joining. We are here on the Star Wars Kid YouTube channel, so we are going to be talking about Star Wars today. I am a huge Star Wars fan. I absolutely love Star Wars. I love Baby Yoda. I got the Baby Yoda shirt here. I got the Baby Yoda pants here. And of course I have Baby Yoda himself. Oh my god. Wow, you can't even see him because it's a green screen. Let me fix that. You got to see him. There he is. There he is. Baby Yoda himself, the legend. And if you guys don't know, I actually have a Baby Yoda fan film. Here it is. Star Wars Baby Yoda full movie HD 2021. So this fan film is on the THEDJSHOW YouTube channel. So make sure to go check it out. Go watch it. Go subscribe. Go like. We are at 48,000 views on that film. Let's get it to 50,000. That film took us over a year to make. It was one of the biggest projects I've ever done. So I hope you guys could go check it out and show some support. In the film, this guy isn't Baby Yoda. His name is Kevin. So it's a really great film. A lot of drama, a lot of action. Like this scene right here, there's a lot of suspense. And I hope you guys can go check it out. It's pretty cool. So thank you guys so much. I'm so excited to be talking Mando with all of you. We got Jim Tim in the chat. What's up, Jim Tim? We got Sam Patterson. What's up, Sam? Jim Tim says Mando season 3 has been pretty good so far. Yes, I love it, and I'm so excited to talk about it today. I have a lot of thoughts on this season. I want to get right into it. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. If you are here, make sure to like the video and let your friends know. Let everyone know that we are live. Man, let everyone uh, and also chat right now, comment your thoughts about Mando season 3 as we talk. So today it's March 20th at the time of filming this. So we have 3 episodes of Mando out. Episode 4 comes out this Wednesday. And I believe, did someone say it was the shortest episode of Mando ever? I don't know. I heard somewhere that the runtime, let's see, Mandalorian episode 4 runtime. Oh yeah, it's gonna be 30 minutes. Here, I'll share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. All right. Mandalorian episode 4, 30 minutes and 39 seconds, which is like crazy because the last episode was like close to an hour. And ironically, the one episode of Mando that was the longest wasn't even really a Mando episode. It was like a New Republic episode. So, yeah, I personally, I really love, I think everyone loves the longer episodes more time to stay with these characters. And I felt like the last episode felt right in length. So going back to 30 minutes, it just goes by so quick. And I just feel like, it's a lot of action and you don't have enough time to really sit with these characters and develop them. So I hope they can go back to what they did with that episode 3 and do like an hour-long episode. I really want to sit with these characters. Bryce Productions, what's up? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you for being here. What are your thoughts on Mando? Everyone comment your thoughts on Mando season 3. So, time for the review. Now, I want to go through each episode individually. But before that, I want to give my thoughts on the whole season overall. Now we only have 3 episodes, and I believe there's 8 in the season. So we're like almost done. We're almost halfway done. I love the season. I love it. I think it's incredible. It'll be easier to talk about it once we go through each episode. But yeah, each episode I actually have a different opinion for how the episodes went. Like, I think some episodes are better than others, but overall, I love it. I love this show. I think Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and everyone working on the show, they love Star Wars. They're passionate for Star Wars, and they're only trying to enhance to this universe, not take away from it. So, um, I personally have never been a big fan of like the Boba Fett character. Like, before the show, like, it wasn't like, oh, Boba Fett, Mandalorian, oh, I'm into the bounty hunters. It was never really like that for me. But now that this show is out, I think the bounty hunters are badass. Like, anytime I play Lego Star Wars, I'm always playing as Mando. And also another reason I do that is because Baby Yoda is a character that like follows Mando when you play as him. So that's pretty cool. Um, so yeah, I always play as Mando. Mando is sick. Now, I do have overall I love the season. I do have like critiques though. I do have critiques, but overall I love it. It's not like I think it's bad. I just have some critiques that I think like I'm like, why would they do that? Or they could have done this to make it better, Aryan, what's up, man? Man, I really got to start Mandalorian soon. Aryan, you got to watch Mando. You got to watch Mando. I mean, I know you're such a big fan of the Baby Yoda fan film, which I was just promoting at the beginning of the stream. So you got to check it out to see more of Kevin, even though he's way better in the fan film. Bryce Production says, I don't watch Mando. I've seen the season 2 finale with Luke and Grogu and Luke training scenes on YouTube, along with the Mando versus Moff fight. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you haven't watched Mando. So I mean, if you guys haven't watched Mando, I'm gonna be spoiling it here. This is a spoiler discussion. I don't know if I put that in the title. Maybe I should. Um, I'll change the title to put full spoiler discussion. I mean, we really, if you guys, I don't want to spoil it if you're gonna watch it. So if you don't really care about the spoilers, stay here. Feel free. I would love to have you guys here. But if you guys do care about spoilers, we're gonna be spoiling. Ariane says, well, the only Star Wars I've seen is The Force Awakens, the Luke Skywalker movie. Didn't understand much, and the Baby Yoda movie, of course. Yes, the Baby Yoda movie. Yeah, The Force Awakens, the sequel trilogy, I'm not a big fan of, Ariane, so I think maybe you should check out the originals and the prequels. That's true Star Wars under George Lucas. Bryce Production says, any updates on Baby Yoda 2? No, unfortunately, no updates. I don't know if it is going to be happening, unfortunately. However, I would love to do a spin-off or something, like even if it's on Baby Yoda 2, like maybe like a little like a prequel or just like a little short or something. And if you guys have ideas, let me know, because I love Kevin here. Kevin's a great, oh my god, the green screen really screws him up. Okay, let's talk. I guess we should just go through the episodes. So right now I am on Disney Plus. I can't share my screen because copyright. Let's talk about this first episode. First episode opens with a flashback, or at least a lot of people thought it was a flashback of Din Djarin becoming a Mandalorian. Turns out it's just a random kid. And then they have this like alligator fight. Like, this is giant alligator who tries to defeat the Mandalorians. And I'm like, this is badass. Like, what a great way to start an episode. I was like, when I started watching this season, I mean, within the first 5 minutes, you have this big alligator fight. And it was so cool. And seeing all the Mandalorians fight this thing. And like, another thing I really liked is like, there was a lot of development with the Mandalorians through this fight. You saw that, all the Mandalorians, anytime someone would fall, like they would, like one of their buds would pick them back up. Like the armor would go out into the water and help them out. Like it was just really cool to see the camaraderie there. Like they've done this before a bunch of times. But ultimately it was Mando who took him out. Mando was the one who took him out. Now, time to get to a critique. Time to get to the critique. I cannot get over the fact that Mando and Baby Yoda, Grogu reunited in the Book of Boba Fett. I think that was a terrible decision. So just to lay the context for everyone. At the end of season 2 of Mandalorian, Baby Yoda and Mando, like Mando in the first 2 seasons of Boba Fett. Sorry. Oh my God. Now I'm getting confused. No, Mando in the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, he's trying to reunite Baby Yoda with his people, with the Jedi. He's trying to get he's trying to get Baby Yoda to a Jedi. He goes to Ahsoka, but Ahsoka's like, nah, you need someone else. So then Luke comes at the end of season 2. It's like the biggest moment, maybe in all of Star Wars. Like literally, it could have been the biggest moment of all of Star Wars. It's like, not only was this the first time, well, not the first time, but not only was like Luke Skywalker being used like a de-aged Luke Skywalker, like it was the first time we saw a de-aged Luke Skywalker, which was breathtaking. It was incredible. Especially like if you're not a fan of what they did with him in the sequels, how they kind of made him like a go away. I came to this island to die. Like, you know, I wasn't really a fan of that. So seeing like the real Luke Skywalker after Return of the Jedi, like, you know, talent without training, like is nothing. I don't know. So it's like, having him there, like being like the Jedi Master, like after Return of the Jedi, like in his absolute prime was just so cool. And seeing him take Grogu in, I rewatched before I watched season 3, episode 1. I actually watched the finale of season 2, and I was like, damn, this is so good. This is good ass Star Wars. This is good Star Wars. And that finale, like the score was incredible. And you have Baby Yoda, Grogu, you know, going off with Luke. Like Mando shows Grogu his face. It was such an emotional moment. And that's how the season ends. The season ends with Grogu going off with Luke. And it's this like big moment, like this big goodbye moment. And then what happens? They reunite in the Book of Boba Fett show, like 1 episode later. And now Mando season 3. If you didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett, you're watching Mando season 2 and you see Grogu and Luke separate. And then you go into season 3 and then they're together again. And it takes away from that amazing finale, because it's like, it doesn't matter. They'll reunite. And also the way they reunited was so bad. It was so bad. They literally reunited on Tatooine on a car speed chase. Like it was just, I just don't understand the decision there. Well, my theory, is it had nothing to do with story. I don't think that was ever the intent for story. I think the reason they did it was because they were afraid to pursue the Mandalorian show without Baby Yoda. Because, I mean, let's be honest, Baby Yoda, other than episode 2, these first 3 episodes, he's really done nothing other than be cute. Episode 2, I really liked his role of season 3. I thought he was really good, and we'll talk about that. But other than that, he's done nothing. He's just there to be cute and sell toys, which is like, okay, like that's cool and all, but what about the story? Like, what I would have preferred is have like the first half of Mando, even at least a couple episodes, at least a couple episodes of Mando season 3, not Book of Boba Fett. They should have never reunited in Book of Boba Fett, because 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett turned into, wait, my light just died. It's okay. You guys can still see me. 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett turned into the Mandalorian show, which was weird. It was weird. And to have that reuniting scene in the Book of Boba Fett, it doesn't make sense for the casual viewer who doesn't want to watch the Book of Boba Fett show. You know, when you watch Mando season 2 to season 3, it makes no sense. And they didn't even like mention it in the recap. So that's like a big issue I have with the show. They should have had Mando and Grogu have like a couple episodes apart in season 3, and then they reunite, and it's like maybe this really emotional moment rather than like there was no emotion to the reuniting scene. So that's my thoughts on that. Arion says, let's start shooting Baby Yoda 2 as soon as I land in the States. Yeah, man, dude. You come on down. We'll do a Baby Yoda thing. Okay? We'll do something with Baby Yoda. Poke Chris. What's up, Poke Chris? Hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Cobra Kai Zone. What's up? What's up, man? Hope all is well. Jorge. Thank you, Jorge, for joining. Boba Fett became the Jabba. Boba Fett. I like Boba Fett. Bobo. Not Bob. Not Boba. Baba. Ba. Poke Chris. Episode 2, Baby Yoda made me laugh. It was weird but cool. I loved episode 2. Cobra Kai Zone, I agree. I've enjoyed the episode so far, but Grogu hasn't really done anything. Well, let's talk about episode 2, as Poke Chris mentions. Episode 2 was my favorite episode out of all 3 episodes. If I had to rank the episodes so far, I would put episode 2 from best to worst, episode 2, episode 3, and then episode 1. Episode 1, I think, was completely pointless. Like, when it first came out, I really enjoyed it. But looking back, I think it's pointless, and I'll explain why. Not everything about that episode, just certain things. I think episode 2, Baby Yoda, was amazing. I'm going to call him Baby Yoda. I know it's Grogu. I like calling him Baby Yoda. I would call him Kevin, which is what we named him in the fan film, but I know that'll confuse some audience members who haven't watched the fan film. Go check out the fan film if you haven't already. But Baby Yoda in episode 2 was great. My biggest thing with episode 1 was Baby Yoda was just there to sell toys, didn't really do anything. Like, he was just there, pretty much, to be cute. Episode 2, Mando gets captured, and now Baby Yoda has to fly out. He has to go get Bo-Katan and bring her back, and he's, like, leading her, like, all the way. Like, he had, like a role. You know, he was taking that role. Like, you know, he's not just a worthless baby. At least in that episode, he was pretty cool. And you know, it's tough to do with a character who's a baby who doesn't talk. Like, I mean, but he's babbling now, so I think we're gonna get some words from him soon. So I really loved episode 2, and a big reason why I loved episode 2 was because of Baby Yoda's role. Now, what I didn't like about episode 2 was the fact that Bo-Katan had to save Mando twice. Not once, twice. I thought the first time was fine. Because he kind of got, like, ambushed. But you're telling me when he walked into those waters, he just fell and, like, she had to go save him again? It's like, bruh. And then he comes out, he's like, yeah, I'm redeemed. I don't know. It's like, we don't want, like, our main character to be saved, like, 1,000 times. I know it's not 1,000, but, like, twice in the same episode. Like, I mean, this is season 3. Mando has proven himself to be, like, pretty badass. So seeing him, like, you know, get rescued twice, it's just like, I don't know. And it's like the same person who rescued him. Baby Yoda had a rescue. I don't know. I feel like Mando can be, like, really badass sometimes, but then he could be, like, really, like, stupid sometimes. I don't know. Wait. Episode 3 was a weird concept, but I liked it. You know what? I really liked episode 3. I know a lot of people had problems with episode 3. I really liked it. Now, was episode 3 a good episode of The Mandalorian? Not necessarily. My other light just died. Okay, you guys can still see me. Unless we do this. No, that's worse. Can you guys see that? Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. No, that's too bright. That's too bright. That's too bright. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's good. Unless I plug in my lights. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to ignore the lights. You can see me. That's all that matters. Episode 3 was not a good episode of The Mandalorian per se, because we didn't really see The Mandalorian. He was in the first 2 minutes, and then he was in the last, like, 2 minutes. Pretty much. And those the beginning of that episode and the end of that episode were amazing, honestly. probably like the most exciting parts of that episode were like, you know, that space fight, space battle with Mando and Bo-Katan, and then the end when he gets redeemed. That was pretty sick. But in the middle of that, we had um the whole part of Doctor, it starts with a P. What's his name? Dr. Pershing? Dr. Mandalorian. What's his name? Dr. Pershing. Yeah, Pen Pershing. Pen Pershing, Pen Pershing, Pen Pershing, Pen Pershing. Try saying that a bunch of times. Pretty tough. So I liked that episode. It was very unexpected. I did not expect when we saw because what they do with Mando is like when you see a character in the previously on Mando, like you know they're going to be in the episode. I did not expect to get a full episode on him, and then we got the girl. Wow, what was her name? What's the girl's name? Mandalorian episode 3 cast. I don't know what her name was. What was the girl's name? You know the traitor, the person who was a traitor to him. I'm trying to search it up. Can't find her. Can't find her. What was her name? I don't even know what her name was. What was her name? I'm trying to find it. What was the girl who betrayed him called? Let's see. I will find her name. I will find her name. I need to find her name so bad. I think she was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Wait, Katie O'Brien was the character. Katie O'Brien, Star Wars. Let's see what her name was. She portrayed Kane. Elia Kane. Elia Kane. Okay, Kane. It was Kane. That was her name. Okay. So you have Kane and you have Pershing. It just took me so long to figure that out. You have Kane and you have Pershing. And I like that story. I thought it was pretty cool seeing the New Republic. Now, I mean, it kind of sucks that the New Republic sucks. Like, let's be honest. When you see that episode, the New Republic they're like, oh yeah, we're better than the Empire. But literally they're just doing the same stuff that the Empire did. So it kind of like sucks that like, I mean, I think the reason they're doing that is because they have to lead into the sequel trilogy and kind of make some sort of explanation for why the New Republic fell. But I wasn't a big fan of that. Like showing, I think you can show slight cracks in the New Republic, but I felt like it was a little too obvious. It was like they were treating the people from the Empire, the ex-Empirees, as like dogs. Worse. They were treating them terribly. You know, they weren't even giving them real names. They were, you know, getting these therapy sessions with robots. Like, I mean, I thought the episode was cool, but I don't like how the New Republic was portrayed. It was a little too obvious how bad they were. Even at the end, like, you know, with the mind wiping thing. I think they could have been a little more like subtle with it, showing like, you know, these guys are like, you know, they're at least a step up from the Empire, because I mean they're pretty bad. I don't know. I like the episode overall. I thought Pershing was really good. There was a clear character arc in that episode. Now, I wish we got these like long episodes with all this character development in the Mando episodes. I still want more development from Mando, you know, because I love Mando, but you know, he's just like, yeah, I'm Mando. I'm cool. I don't know. Let's just see some more depth with him. I mean, I feel like with Pershing, we got so much. And I really loved the episode. I really did. Now, let me pull that episode up. You know, I was like skeptical of her as it went on. I was like, you know, when you have these sorts of episodes where nothing's going on, you know, where it's like, oh, they're buddy and nothing, like, you know, something's gonna happen. You know, something is gonna go down. So, like, I was like, I think they're friends, but like, is she gonna betray him? And then yes, she ultimately did end up betraying him. Now, a lot of people are saying that this episode felt like Andor. And I personally, I've only watched the first 3 episodes of Andor. I kind of like it just didn't really it wasn't like too appealing to me. It just it kind of lost my interest. Now, I have a lot of friends who do watch Andor and they're like, it was amazing. You got to check it out. And I'm like, okay, I will check it out. So I'm just waiting for the right time to check that out. But yeah, like I could see why they would say this episode felt like Andor. So basically, what's it called? They go into Pershing wants to study cloning. He wants to continue his study of cloning, but the New Republic won't let him continue his studies that he was doing with the Empire. So him and Lane sneak into like an Imperial Star Destroyer, which is like unoccupied, but it has all the equipment, and they go to take out some equipment so they can do their experiments, but Lane ends up betraying him. So now the question is she working with Moff Gideon still? Where is Moff Gideon? We haven't even seen Moff Gideon yet. I hope we see him in the next episode. I really miss Giancarlo Esposito. So and then the end of the episode was really sick with Bo-Katan and Mando being accepted into the Creed. Really, really cool. So that was awesome. Now, I do want to talk about episode 1, but before I get into that, let me see some of the comments. Bryce Productions, do you think you do Baby Yoda 2 in Minecraft with Jaren? Oh, I don't know how to do Minecraft. I've never done Minecraft, but I appreciate the support on the Baby Yoda film. Keep watching it. Get it to 50,000 views, and then we'll see. I think episode 2 should have ended with Mando falling in the water to have a cliffhanger. I disagree. Only because if he fell in the water, it just would have been like, what the frick? I like that they ended it. Oh my God, we have to talk about the Mythosaur. They freaking dropped a Mythosaur into Star Wars live action. And like, I was like searching it up online. We've never seen a Mythosaur in live action before. We've never even seen real images. Like it's just a very like, it's something they don't really like address in Star Wars. So like too much. So we just know it's the Mandalorian Creed. So that was so cool getting to see it. And Bo-Katan is the one who saw it, not Mando. And I thought the design of it was so cool. I got like chills seeing that. And I'll be honest, at first I didn't even know what it was. I was like, what the frick is that? Why are they ending the episode? And I go on the internet, I see, oh my God, it was the Mythosaur. That was pretty sick. So I like that ending. Arion says, okay, I'm starting Mando tonight, no matter what. Yes. Can't wait to see all the surprises that come my way through this journey. Hopefully I'll enjoy it a ton and have a fair idea about the whole show. Arion, that is awesome. Yeah, dude, start it with go season 1, episode 1. I know we're on season 3. Start it at the beginning. Trust me, you'll get the full experience, and I think you'll really like it. It's a really, really great episode. Or my bad, it's a really great series. I actually want to go back and rewatch. Like I'm looking at the thumbnails for season 1 and season 2. I want to go back and rewatch. I want to rewatch the whole series because seasons 1 and 2 were pretty good. Poe Chris says, I didn't really understand the doctor storyline. Did you understand why he got scammed by the girl? Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know yet. They ain't like explained that yet. So that was obviously the big twist, but we don't have a definitive answer. Probably, you know, she wanted to get that the equipment for herself, and also she's probably working for Moff Gideon, probably has some sort of plan with him. Max Kelly says, hey Drew, do you talk to the Star Wars creators as well? Oh my you mean like George Lucas and Jon Favreau? No way. Okay, wait, give me 1 second, guys. I just gotta check something. Give me 1 second. Okay, that was quick. Like what you did with Baby Yoda 2 in Minecraft is you build everything for Baby Yoda 2 and have you and Jaren play through Baby Yoda 2 and have a third player play Luke with Luke's Minecraft skin. Hey, if someone wants to put together a fan film with that, that'd be sick. Have a fourth player, the villain be your grandpa. Oh, yeah, someone should do that. 2 days till episode 4. Yeah, I'm excited. Have your grandpa be the villain. Mythostar is going to be the main boss in Mando season 3. No, I don't think they'll do like, because the Mythostar is like an animal. I don't know if they'll do like have like a Mythostar as the main villain. Like I think it's going to be people versus people. Mandos versus Mandos or Mandos versus Moff Gideons. But Mythosar is going to be a big factor in season 3. Max Kelly says, do you think they should change Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost back to Sebastian Shaw, but leave Hayden Christensen's eyes and part of his long hair? No, I personally like the that they chose to make that change with Hayden Christensen because you know, a lot of people who watch the prequels, it kind of connects and I feel like it adds a little more emotional weight seeing Hayden Christensen. Poke Chris says, I started with season 2, episode 10 of Cobra Kai, and then season 3, and then season 1 and 2. Awesome. It's always good to watch in whatever order. Now, I do want to talk about episode 1 of Mando. Episode 1 was probably my least favorite episode. Now there is something really cool I want to talk about. The Purgle from Star Wars Rebels, like the space whales. That was so cool seeing them in live action. We didn't really see them too clearly. I'm looking at the shot right now. That's just chill inducing. We know that's probably going to tie into the Ezra Thrawn storyline in the Ahsoka show. But that was cool seeing them. So very cool detail. Now Mando goes to Navarro, which pretty cool being back in Navarro, seeing Carl Weathers. That was awesome. I liked everything with the pirates. I thought the pirates were really cool, and I thought Grief Karga was a badass. Now, what I absolutely was like, why are you doing this? And this is the trap that Mando kind of falls down sometimes. It's like, I hate to quote something from the sequel trilogy, but like, you know, let the past die. Let the past die sometimes. You got to kill it if you have to. I don't like how they try to revive IG-11. IG-11 is dead. He sacrificed himself in season 1. So now you're telling me Mando like needs him for his quest at Mandalore to redeem himself. He says, I need IG-11. First off, if you could build IG-11 whenever, why wouldn't you build him earlier? Why wouldn't you save him earlier? Why are you saving him now? It's like for your own selfish needs. Second off, IG-11 blew up. He blew up. So how could they have his parts? Also, what's worse is this whole episode is devoted to fixing IG-11. And then the beginning of the episode, he goes to Tatooine to ask Peli for a part for IG-11. And she's like, we don't have it, but here, you can have this droid. And he's like, okay, I'll take that droid. Well, I thought we needed IG-11. It was not, in my opinion, I would have never wanted to see him fix up IG-11 at all. I just don't think, I think I loved IG-11, but he had a sacrifice. That was it. He blew up. It's done. It's done. You don't need to save him again. And then you kill him off. What are you doing? However, because you brought up this idea of saving him and you devoted a whole episode to it, I feel like at this point you have to bring him back, or else this whole episode becomes completely pointless. It becomes completely pointless if you don't bring him back. Once again, I don't think you should have ever brought him back, but because you devoted this episode to saving him, I think you got to bring him back. Now, really weird that like it's like when you finish episode 1, it looks like Mando is going on a side quest to find IG-11's part to bring it back to the Babu Frick people so they can fix him up. But no, they ignore that. So that's why it's like, while I enjoyed episode 1 of Mando, it's like, it felt like just a complete side quest. Like we could have jumped right into episode 2. Like, I don't think anything in episode 1 really mattered. Honestly, other than the last scene of him going to Bo-Katan. And it's just like, it's just crazy to me that they start episode 1 of season 3 and Mando and Grogu are just back together. They don't even acknowledge the fact that they split up in the flashback and that they reunited in the Boba Fett show. So there are problems with this show. There are issues. There are some issues. Some things just don't make sense. But overall, I really love it. I really do love it. Once again, I think episode 2 was the best episode. And also another thing I really love how they just jumped right into, like, I thought that the whole season, because at the end of in the Book of Boba Fett show, we find out that, you know, Mando, freaking the Book of Boba Fett show. Jeez. I hate that, like, so much. You shouldn't have, like, even if you wanted to bring back Mando for the Book of Boba Fett show, Mando should have been playing a role in Boba Fett's story. Like, really, really weird to have so much necessary plot in the Boba Fett show. If you don't watch the Boba Fett show, like Aryan's still here. Aryan hasn't watched Mando. Aryan, if you don't watch the Boba Fett show, you will have no idea what's going on. You cannot watch season 1, season 2, and season 3 of Mando. If you do not watch Book of Boba Fett after season 2, you will not understand season 3. And that's not on you. That's on the show writers. It doesn't make any sense. I understand that things tie together and whatever. Oh, like, and some things you might have to watch to understand. But you shouldn't have these full plot points being dealt with in another show. It doesn't make any sense. The Book of Boba Fett episodes should have at least been in Mandalorian season 3. It doesn't make sense. So, but I love this series. I love the show. I mean, listen, I know. The things that upset me, they really upset me. You know, the things that upset me, it upsets me, and it upsets me because, you know, it's just like, oh man, it's like you're so close. And I mean, overall, I love the show. Like I have more positive things to say than negative things. Like the negative things, I mean, literally the biggest thing that upsets me is the fact that with Grogu and Luke, that whole thing. And I feel like that's a fair complaint. But if we're talking season 3 in isolation, I love season 3. Now, I will say this. Another thing is, even though I loved episode 3 of season 3, which is the most recent episode we got, none of it tied into the stuff with Pershing and Lane. None of it tied into Mando. I was waiting for Mando and Bo-Katan to fly to Coruscant for the story to tie together. But by the end of the episode, that storyline had nothing to do with Mando. So right now, it's kind of like an episode 1 situation. Like episode 1 with IG-11, we didn't need it. It was kind of useless because we're not fixing IG-11. Now, say like we never visit Pershing and Lane again, then episode 3 is the most pointless episode ever. However, I believe that they had this whole 40-minute side quest with Pershing because they're going to later in the show, like, or at least later in the season, they're going to tie it all together, and Mando's story is going to intertwine with Pershing's story, and we already saw Pershing's story. Now, once again, the fact that Pershing got a 40-minute episode more, and Mando, you know, usually his episodes are 30 minutes. It's like, I don't know. I wanted to see more. I want to see more time with Mando. And it did take me a second to realize, okay, when we went to this Pershing storyline, okay, we're staying here. We're not going back to Mando. So I love this episode. However, my feelings on this episode will either be better or worse as the series goes on, because once they tie everything together, I could be like, okay, we needed that episode or we didn't need that episode. Because if nothing in this episode ends up getting explained or like coming back or time with Mando, it's kind of pointless. But for now, I liked it. And I'm excited for episode 4. Episode 4, I don't think we're going to explore Pershing at all. I think we're going back to Mando with the Creed. Now we don't know what his mission is. We like that. That's what I love about the show. Like we don't know what he's gonna do. We don't know what Bo-Katan's gonna do. So I thought it was really cool to have him get redeemed in episode 2. So now we could kind of go in fresh. We have like 5 more episodes of like what the frick is gonna happen. I like that. I'm excited for it. Okay. Cobra Kai Zone. I'm a huge fan of Rebels. Seeing the Purge was amazing. Yeah. So also, I started watching Rebels. I couldn't get into it. I know like it's hard for me to sit down and like. I don't really sit down and watch TV, other than like Mando or certain shows I like. It's really tough for me to just sit down and, especially like long seasons of a show. It's really hard, especially when some episodes are better than others. It's like, gotta. So I know like a lot of people say the beginning of Rebels kind of slow and then it gets better. There's certain great episodes. It's like, I don't like sitting through the slow episodes, but I know there's some really good parts of Rebels. I am familiar with the stuff in Rebels. I just haven't watched it through, but I can't wait to watch it. I thought episode 1 started with a flashback. Yes, me too. Poe Chris says, I really like Babu Frick. Oh, I love Babu Frick. Babu Frick is great. Anonymous says, I have Star Wars action figures. Cool. Max asks, do I follow people back on Instagram? Sometimes. Not usually, but the part with Tatooine was the start of episode 2, I believe. Yes. You have the Mandalorian action figure. Awesome. Arion says, I played Jedi Fallen Order, even though the storyline was partially confusing because I haven't seen much, but I absolutely loved it. Hope you can stream. Oh, yeah, I got to stream Jedi Fallen Order. That'd be fun. Oh, the new one. When does the new one come out? It comes out in April. Yeah, I can stream the new one. That'd be fun. Yeah, Arion. That was a good game. I'm glad you liked it. You're right. Mando shouldn't have been in Book of Boba Fett. I agree. Mando should have been a supporting character, not get his own full episode. I agree 100%. I agree. I think Mando should have been just supporting Boba Fett's story. He shouldn't have had his own thing. Arion's gonna make a entire part 2 as an ode to the DJ show. Oh, awesome. I love to hear what you have to say about that. I have the Lego Mandalorian Luke Skywalker chase scene in Lego. Luke Skywalker chase scene. You mean the final scene? The Luke Skywalker chase scene. I don't know what that is. All right, so I think, what other thoughts do I have on it? Any other questions does anybody have on the season? We could definitely talk more about it when it, like, the more it comes out. I'm actually reading an article on Bo-Katan right now. Searching up anything, if there's anything we could talk about. Okay. I think we're good. Arion says, can you tell me a character to look forward to the most while going to Mando? Oh. Easy. Your boy Kevin. Your boy Kevin is the best character. Look forward to Kevin. And I don't know why they call him Grogu. His name is Kevin. I just bought Jedi Fallen Order for $5. What? You bought it for $5? They were selling that game for like $60. That's crazy. Keep playing that game. It's a great game. Oh, is that my alarm? Oops. Sorry. I mean, Luke Skywalker when he kills the bots. Oh, awesome. Nah, it's Abner. Yes. You know what? It is Abner. Okay. Guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this live stream. It was so much fun being back here on the Star Wars Kid channel. Now, the reason why the uploads aren't as frequent here is because, as you guys might know, the Cobra Kai Kid channel is my main channel. So a lot of time and energy goes into that channel. So while I may not be always discussing all the Star Wars stuff on here, I am always watching. I am a huge fan. I am watching it, just might not have time to go live all the time. However, when I do have the time and when something really excites me, I want to get on here and talk to you guys because it's so fun. We have a great community here, and I hope we can build the Star Wars channel even more. Once again, if you have not checked out the Baby Yoda fan film on the DJ Show YouTube channel, make sure to go check that out. It is at 48,000 views. Let's get it to 50,000. I know some of you guys in the chat have brought it up. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. I cannot wait for Mando episode 4. When is the next stream? Great question. We will do a stream talking about whether it's the next episode or whether we talk about a couple of episodes. Just like here, we did episodes 1 through 3. Maybe we'll do a 4 through 6 or something. We'll figure it out. If you guys want it, I'll get it to you. So let me know. Comment, share, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Let's build the Star Wars Kid community. So post about the channel on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Let's get it out there. Let's build a nice community here because I want to do more Star Wars stuff in the future. So I want to thank you all so much for joining. Cannot wait for Mando episode 4, which will come out in 2 days. 2 days. So until then, remember, thank you guys so much again. And until then, remember, the Force will be with you always. No, that's not what I say. I say, do or do not. There is no try. Bye, guys.